Hi Tom, figured I'd record a video tutorial here so we can keep this handy in case you need to reference it in the future, as there are a lot of different things on the back end that you can manage. So once you're on the website, in order to get to the editing page or the admin backend, you go /admin, so /ADMIN, and that's going to bring you to your login screen. I will issue you your own editor account that's connected to your email, so you can reset the password if needed. So once you go ahead and punch that in, just go ahead and click login, and you're brought to the back end of the site where we can manage everything. So once you're logged in, you're going to have this black bar at the top. Over on the right, you can log out there. At the top left, if you just click on the name, visit site or visit store, that's going to take you back to the front end, which is your customer facing side. Right, so we have all the categories set up. I guess the main task of the site is going to be the product data. So right now we have a little over 100 products in the site right now. As far as editing content and things like this, we do need a little bit of content from you still here, but this can easily be edited. If you go up top and click edit page, you'll see you're presented with this rows and columns page builder, and the editor widgets right here will actually contain those paragraphs, so we can update those paragraphs. So the coding of the website's completely done. It's just a matter of switching out some of the placeholder text, and I believe some of the categories that the products are in need some adjustment. So once you're done editing anything here, you just want to make sure you always click update on this right side here, and that will actually save the changes. And you can see your changes live if you just click on the link. Right, we do have a couple placeholder spots for videos. There's one here, and there's also one on the home page. If you'd like me to temporarily hide those if you don't have a video at this moment, we can do that, and we can always add that back later. All right, so let's check out the products. So let's say I wanted to change the location of something like these panel board hinges. If I wanted to change them to panel board lock and key, you can go and you can click on the product here. And when you're on the product, up at the top, you'll see edit product. So when you go to edit product, you have this main area here, which you can type a description in. You can add content, upload images, select an image from the existing media library, right? So all the images for the products are in here in the media library, but most of the time you would probably be selecting a new image and adding a new image. That would put it in there. I'm just going to put one in so I can show you this. And then I'll remove it. Insert into product. And when you click on the image after it's embedded, it's going to embed it in a thumbnail version. So if we wanted the full image here, I would click edit and then change the size setting to full size, because most of the images are really wide, and update that, and that would actually allow that whole image to be seen. So most of the things I did was screenshot the descriptions, upload the images of it, and put them into the product data. So the product image itself is over here on the right hand side. So if we wanted to change out that product image, we could go here, same thing, upload files or select one from the media library, and it'll put it in place there. And then when you're done, always remember to click update. Go ahead and remove that so it's not there. Right, so all your products on the left hand side here on the back end, you're going to see this all products or products area. And this is where the administrative screen is for all your products. So we have 112 in right now. And some of them actually fall into multiple categories. So let's talk about the categories, because that controls where the products show up on the customer facing side. So bands and buckles, let's do a different one here. Internal coupling dowel. So if I click on edit, there's a couple different ways to get to a product. You can go to it from the front side of the website, or you can get to it from the back side of the website. So this internal coupling dowel, if I scroll down a little bit on the right hand side, you're going to see these product categories, right? And this contains the category breakdown based on all the product data we sent this. So I set up this category breakdown. You can add new categories. You can have empty categories. There's a lot of flexibility here. So when you add a new category, it in essence adds a new page to the website. And then when you put products in that category, it will add them to that page. So right now, this particular product is showing up under ground rod. So if that was incorrect, I did my best job to put all the products in the right categories, but I don't know everything that you know, obviously. So I might have some errors there, which I was saying. If you see a few that you just want me to change quickly so we can get the website live, just let me know and I'll do that. But you can also manage this on your own moving forward. So, you have flexibility as far as adding things, removing things, changing categories. It's not hard coded, so we're providing you with a platform that allows you to modify your data set as time goes on, which is typically what tends to happen. We did also use an e-commerce framework, so in the event that you do want to add a checkout process, it's not going to be very time consuming. It's going to be fairly easy to do that. So looking at this ground rod, I'm going to go back to the front of the website just so we can see where it is. Obviously under grounding, ground rod. And here we have the internal coupling dowel. So if I remove that category, ground rod, and then update this to save it, I'm going to refresh the ground rod page. I have multiple tabs open. I switch back and forth. And we'll see internal coupling down will go away. So that's how we add and remove products from these categories. All right, let me just go ahead and put that back. Ground rod. All right. Update. And you switch to another tab here. I'm going to refresh. And we'll see it's back. So that's really the main part of what's going to be managed. These mechanical sections, I believe some of the products fall into different categories. So, if this was also considered a mechanical splice, I could go down to the category, grounding, mechanical splice, and I can have this product in 2 different categories. Oh, I clicked something. I misclicked here. So ground rod, mechanical splice. Scroll up and click update. So it's still in the ground rod archives, but if I refresh this, we'll see under mechanical splices, we also have one there. So now it's in both categories. So if we have products that go into different categories, that can work. And I did notice, I believe it was the lightning protection had some that fell into multiples. But it's fairly easy to manage. And that about covers it as far as managing your content. One other thing that I want to talk about is the contact forms. So these contact forms will deliver to your inbox. So when we launch the website, we'll just make sure we test that. I want to make sure that you're receiving those contact forms. This is something that we need to proactively manage because it's constantly changing with email providers. So when you do get leads, we want to make sure you're getting them. That's part of the security updates that we provide as far as managing the website with the hosting. So we manage the contact forms, we manage the security up at top, so your site always stays secure. People don't get browser warnings telling them to not visit the website that way. So there's a lot of moving pieces when it comes to the management and the hosting that we take care of on the back end. So that about does it for now. I'll send this over to you, and perhaps we can touch base today on the phone.